Let's talk about that feeling. You know exactly the one I'm talking about. You're in warm-ups, the gym is buzzing, and it feels like your stomach is just doing backflips. We call it nerves or butterflies, but what if it's something else? Today, we're going to flip the script and call it what it is, the adrenaline advantage. Let's get into how you can unlock it. I mean, even the GOAT, Karch Kiraly, felt that pressure. But the key here isn't that he found a magic trick to make the nerves disappear. No, he connected his preparation directly to his fear. He managed it by obsessing over what he could control, his own hard work. That didn't stop the adrenaline, it just gave him the confidence to use it as a weapon. And this is so important to understand. From your very first game to an Olympic final, that feeling is completely universal. It's not a sign that you're not ready. It's actually the exact opposite. It's a sign that you care, that this moment matters to you. That unseen opponent, that's not your weakness talking. That's your passion, literally bubbling to the surface. So, this brings us to the big question of this whole explainer, right? What if that racing heart, that feeling of being hyper-aware of everything around you, what if that isn't a bug in your system? What if it's a feature? What if your body is just handing you the tools, the adrenaline, the focus to perform at your absolute best? The real question is, can we learn how to use it? Okay, so to turn that potential fuel into actual fire on the court, it has to start with the environment. And it really begins with the architect of that environment, the coach. They are the ones who set the stage for whether a player's adrenaline becomes a crippling fear or a true competitive edge. And this quote from USA Volleyball just nails it. This is the foundation. Before you can teach a single skill, you have to build a connection. A player who trusts their coach, who feels supported, is a player who isn't terrified of making a mistake. And that freedom, right there, is where real growth begins. And you can see the difference so clearly here. It's night and day. The old school punishment style, that creates players who are afraid to take a big swing because they might hit it out. But the new school encouragement-based model, that creates players who are willing to go for it, to try that tough shot, because they know the attempt is what's valued. One approach creates fear, the other creates fuel. It's that simple. So how do you actually do it? Well, this toolkit is fantastic. You see the theme, right? It's all proactive, it's all positive. Feed forward, that's about what to do on the next play, not getting stuck on the last mistake. Rewarding performance, a great aggressive swing, that matters more than whether the ball was in or out. It's all about building athletes who are confident and ready to bounce back. And at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Organizations like the Positive Coaching Alliance have this as their entire mission. When an athlete feels safe, physically, mentally, and emotionally, they're free to unlock the real potential. And that's when they can turn that nervous energy into something amazing. All right, so we've got the environment locked down, the coach has built a place of trust, but that's only half the battle. Now we need to look at what's being built on the inside. We're shifting from the external world to the internal one, the player's own mindset. I mean, listen to that. A 3-time Olympic gold medalist, Kerry Walsh-Jennings, telling you that adversity isn't something to run away from. The pressure, the tough moments, the big opponent, those are chances to get better. The best players on the planet don't just put up with adversity. They actually use it to get stronger. And here, Olympic champ Volleyball cuts right to the heart of it. Look, at the highest levels of any sport, everybody is skilled. Everybody is a great athlete. So what makes the difference? It's that fire inside, that unshakable belief. That's the will to win, and that's the stuff that adrenaline can turn into pure magic. I absolutely love this quote from Feluke Akinretowo. It's such a perfect picture of what composure really is. Looking calm doesn't mean you're not feeling the heat. It means you're channeling all that energy into productive work, paddling like crazy underneath the water while staying focused and in control on the surface. Now, this might sound a bit like a textbook definition, but it's so powerful. Look at the keywords Volleyball Canada uses: optimism, persevere, full engagement. See, resilience isn't just about bouncing back after a shanked pass. It's about actively choosing to stay positive and engaged, no matter what the score is. And the best part? It's a skill you can actually train, just like serving. Okay, so we've got the right environment, and we're working on the right mindset. But how do we put this all together in a way that lasts? Let's zoom out and look at the actual blueprint that top programs use to develop athletes not just for one season, but for a lifetime. Now this is fascinating. Just look at the data here. Early on, it's not even close. It's almost all practice. You're building that deep foundation of skill and confidence before you throw kids into high-pressure competitions. It makes perfect sense, right?
You can't handle the adrenaline of a big game if you haven't put in thousands of reps in the gym first.
And this whole pathway is so intentional. It starts with fundamentals, with the number one goal being that kids just fall in love with the game. Then each stage carefully builds on the last, developing everything from physical skills to mental toughness. The goal isn't just to have the best 14-year-old team, it's to develop great 24-year-old athletes. And hey, people who are active and love sports for their entire lives. And that's really the bottom line. This kind of system isn't just about creating a better volleyball player, it's about developing a better person. A resilient, confident person who knows how to deal with pressure in the gym is probably going to be a resilient, confident person outside of it too. Winning today's match is great, but building someone who knows how to win for a lifetime, that's the real prize.
This chart just hammers the point home. In those super important early years, the focus is overwhelmingly on practice. It's in the gym, in that safe, positive environment we talked about, where athletes build the skills and the mindset they'll need to thrive later on in that high adrenaline world of competition. All right, let's tie all of this together. We've got the right environment, the right mindset, and the right system for development. When you put all those pieces together, it forces you to completely redefine what it actually means to win. The legendary coach Al Skates just lays it out perfectly. If your definition of winning is don't make any mistakes, then guess what? You'll never get better. Real winning is about falling in love with the process of improving, and that process is messy. It's filled with errors. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a critical part of the journey. This right here, this is all about perspective. It's about separating who you are from what it says on the scoreboard. So you lost the match? That doesn't make you a failure. So you won? Great. That doesn't make you the king of the world. Either way, tomorrow you're back in the gym working to get better. This is the mindset that keeps you grounded and focused on what really matters.
And if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. The hardest opponent you will ever face is internal. It's the fight against your own fear, your own doubt, your own negative self-talk. If you can win that battle, the team on the other side of the net starts to look a whole lot smaller. And hey, if you need proof that this whole process over outcome thing actually works, here it is. Nearly 300 straight wins. 300! Sally Cussy built one of the greatest sports dynasties ever, not by screaming about winning, but by literally teaching PE to fourth graders and building a system that produced skilled, confident athletes who loved what they were doing. So, we'll leave you with this thought. The next time you step on that court and you feel that rush, that nervous energy, those butterflies, just stop and remember, that's not a flaw, that's your fuel. Then ask yourself one simple question. Who am I really trying to beat here? Is it the team across the net? Or is it the doubt inside my own head? Beat the right opponent, and you've already won.